sit round in a section, cap and gown adolescence. I wreck it, eclectic, mama got a brain, but she bad with no makeup. Never change, she like that on her wake up. She'll keep her soul in the winter, keep a nigga warm through the cold in the winter, yeah. Incense and Kama Sutra, no sin, whatever suits ya. We both win, hallelujah, unconditional love. It's King James of the dollar, she's not impressed by a dollar. So good luck trying to holler, hey. Fendi, Louis, Gucci, Prada, yeah. Incense and Kama Sutra, no sin, whatever suits ya. We both win, hallelujah, unconditional love. They don't make them like that no more. Make them like that no more. When they do that, when they do that, they don't make them like that no more. Make them like that no more. When they do that, when they do that, I'll keep it a band with you. I'll give me a plain crystal. Must have been the way she's brought up. Make her my queen, I'm caught up. You know what I mean, if it's all up. Almost and I she keeps what it takes to please me. Yeah, every second, every hour, next to a superpower. Yeah, incense and Kama Sutra, no sin, whatever suits ya. We both win, hallelujah, unconditional love. She's out of control, just a natural blow. Turn a brother to an animal, facts though. Yeah, incense and Kama Sutra, no sin, whatever suits ya. You're all in, hallelujah, unconditional love. You don't make them like that no more. Make them like that no more. When they do that, when they do that, they don't make them like that no more. Make them like that no more. When they do that, when they do that.
Ho! Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Let's feel the vibration. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, Imhotep. Come on in, family. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace. Thank you, thank you. That's Incense and Kama Sutra. Coming soon. Incense and Kama Sutra. I know I'm bringing the music too, right? We got to put an end to all the nonsense. You know, if you was on my Instagram last night, we was talking about and building on the music a little bit. We're going to have to raise the vibration of our generation, of our people, of our time. So we got some of that coming. Woo! Let's get one more of these. Let's get one more of these. Come on. Put your power bracelets up. Let's get the vibration going. Yes. Come on. Come on. All right. All right, family. Today, powerful work coming to you today. We're talking about water memory. We're talking about water memory. What is water memory? What is water memory? Kind of self-explanatory, but it sounds crazy, right? Sounds crazy. Water memory? You see, we think that only human beings have the capability to think. Right? That's how we've been taught. We're the smartest things running around here. We'll get back to that. Water memory. I fell upon this topic because I was going through once again the laws of Ma'at, the 42 laws of Ma'at, and one of the laws, it's actually law number 36. And as we know, number 36 is what number actually? When you're dealing with number 36, you already know, you put it in the feed. The 3 and the 6 is the 9. The 3 and the 6 is the 9. And law number 36, or law number 9, says, I keep the waters pure. One of the negative affirmations of Ma'at is I keep the waters pure. This is interesting. I keep the waters pure. So it's only natural that we delve into what purity really looks like. Because if the people of Kemet were striving to keep the waters pure, what are we doing? If the actions they were taking already were keeping the waters pure, what exactly are we doing with our water? Why is it key to keep the waters pure? Water. Why is water so special? I mean, considering the body is made of 72% water, it's a pretty important factor in life as we know it. Right? When we look at water, we look at water as pretty much it's all the same depending upon what you have in it, right? You know? It's pretty the same. Let's look at how we get our water. Our water comes through the pipes. We turn on the faucet, right? We turn on the faucet and it comes through the pipe filtration system. You know, we've even gone to the extent now of our water and we get them from water bottles, right? And these are supposed to be the pure water. This is water that's supposed to be filtered, right? Filtered water. And there's all different ways that we get our filtered water. Whether by the bottle, whether by the jug, or whether we filter those pipes that are coming in. We're getting filtered water. But what I'm here to tell you today is that there's a difference between filtered water and pure water. Two totally different things. Because see, the people of Kemet, the people in Africa didn't have filtered water. They didn't have filtered water. They had pure water. What I'm here to tell you today is that water, aside from being the most important element that we have, if we're looking for life on any other planet, the first thing that we're looking for is the presence of water. There is no life without water. There is no life without water. There is no life without water. What I'm here to tell you today is that water has a memory. Water is a living thing. It is a living thing. In fact, in Kemet, when you go back and you see the early baptisms and they were pouring water on our people to baptize them, they used the symbol of the Ankh running down that person. You understand? They used the Ankh. It was a symbol of life, water. Okay? So you need to understand that water is a living thing. And this living thing has a memory. it remembers what it goes through. It picks up information. In fact, it picks up more information than you. It picks up more information than you. Water takes the shape of any container that it's in. It immediately changes its state and remembers what it's supposed to do. This is what water does. The problem with our water is that before it gets to us, when we consume it, it's not pure. It's gone through a system that it was not designed to do, and it is not ready for human consumption when we consume it. If you go to super, super hot places like Africa, India, right? You don't see these people walking around with a boatload of water bottles. And it's hot. It's hotter there than it is here. But they don't walk around with all these water bottles. Why? Why? How come these people aren't drinking so much water? Because it's a different type of water. It's a different type of water. Everywhere you go, there's a different type of water. No matter what continent you're on. Some are more pure than others. The reason why we have to drink so much water is because it is not pure water. By the time we get it, the nutrients that are supposed to be in the water are not there, which is why it requires us to drink more. This is why the American FDA, they want you to drink 8 glasses of water a day. You don't need 8 glasses of water a day if you're drinking pure water. I'm here to tell you, you really only need 1 glass a day of pure water. And I'm going to show you the difference between pure water and filtered water. All filtered water does is take out the little rocks. That's all it does. And they use little rocks to take out the little rocks. In the same process, they're removing and altering the DNA and the molecular structure of the water. They're altering the DNA and the molecular structure of the water that you drink. Now, for the uninformed on here who might go left with this, they say, what are you talking about? H2O is H2O. I said the molecular structure and the DNA of the water, not the molecular composition. Let me break that down for you. The molecular composition is H2O. The molecular structure is how you arrange those 3 molecules. It's how you arrange those 3 molecules. This is a water molecule. This is a water molecule. Water's a powerful thing. It's the only molecule that we have today that can take 3 different forms, solid, liquid, and gas. It's the only one. It's the only molecule that can exist in 3 different states, 3 different forms. That is the water molecule. Solid, liquid, and gas. So here you have the water molecule, H2O, 2 hydrogen molecules, 1 oxygen molecule. Okay? What happens is you can combine these different water molecules together and it will form clusters, such as this. It will form clusters. So when you drink your water, you're drinking clusters of water molecules. Understand? Are you with me so far? On the left, you are seeing a cluster of the single formation of this molecule here. Okay? Since we can't see molecules with the naked eye, we see the diagram on the right and how it forms a pattern with these clusters. Okay? The problem is these clusters, like I said, have memory. So they take the shape and the form of whatever memory you give to it, whatever experience you give to that water. So let me show you an example. Here on the left, you have a regular cluster of water. And here on the right, you have an ionized water cluster where it compacts, right? It compacts. So if you want to see that in real life, here's a cluster of water. You see the star shape? That's what it looks like, okay? In fact, what you're looking at is a water molecule that's been listening to Beethoven all day. That's what that molecule is. That's a molecule that's been listening to classical music, Beethoven. This is a molecule that's been listening to Mozart. This is a water molecule that's been listening to Mozart. Same water, different shape, different color. Simply because of the vibrations that it's going through. Simply because of the experiences that it's going through. It changes shape, it changes color. It changes its molecular structure, not the molecular composition. Here is that same molecule, that same water, listening to heavy metal music. Same molecule. Same thing. But look at its molecular structure. It's still water. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference because it's still water. You with me? So what happens is, we get our water, our nice, pure water, as they say. Before it gets to us, it goes through this. It goes through these right angle turns and these bends, right? Through a piping system. Nowadays, we have a plastic piping system, right? PVC pipes, cheap ones. That's what we have now running through our houses, okay? The problem with this is because it's unnatural. It's unnatural. Water doesn't take those aggressive, pressurized turns in real, true nature. It's not a stressful environment for water in true nature. In true nature, it runs down the mountainside, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. You see that? There's no right angle turns in true nature. There's no pressure in true nature with right angle turns. Artificial pressure. See? It's nice and smooth. By the time we get it, it's already running through the valley, nice and smooth. And that's the water that we're supposed to be drinking. You see? It doesn't matter if you filter it. Filtering is just taking out the stones and what they call bacteria. But it is not pure. It is not rested water. See, when it runs down the mountain like this, it implodes. It implodes. And as it implodes, it becomes into a restful state in the valley, which is capable of drinking. It is sufficient for the human body, and the human body metabolizes it better. You see? So instead of having water in clusters, in large clusters, we get water that's been ionized and sitting in the sun. Right? True, pure water. So, the diaspora of what is happening is that the characteristics that the water is going through, the stress levels that the water is going through at a 72% composition within our bodies is causing us to experience the same things that the water is going through. Because see, we're not realizing that we are the water. We're more of the water than we are matter. More than we are space. We're more of the water than anything. So whatever the water goes through, we become. Do you understand? Do you understand? Whatever the water goes through before it reaches you, it's picking up that information. It is remembering that information. This is why when you go to the waters, if you ever swam down a mountainside, if you ever swam in the waters right next to a waterfall, that water is real silky. It's real smooth. You ever seen water in the valley? It's silky smooth water. The water that we shower with, it feels like rocks hitting your skin because of what it's gone through. We have to take these lessons more seriously than any other lessons that they've been. You can eat all the herbs you want or whatever you want. It don't matter. It don't matter. You can put up whatever concoctions, potions, whatever people want to put together for holistic healing. They can put all that stuff together. If you are not drinking the right water, none of that stuff is going to move to the places that it needs to go to edify the body, which is why people are still sick, even though they're taking the same damn supplements, even though they're eating the same damn vegetarian foods, the same damn herbs. They washing it down with garbage, unionized, unalkaline water. So it's never reaching the places that it's supposed to hit to provide healing for the body. You see? These scholars ain't telling you that. They're not going to tell you that. Either because they haven't done the knowledge on it, right? Or they just don't care. Because see, water memory is one of the sciences that the American Society of Science doesn't acknowledge at all. They don't deal with this practice at all. Even though we're made of 72% water, they don't think it's important to study water memory. They don't think it's important to study the composition of water and what it actually does. We just take it for granted. Even though water can find its way and through the least amount of resistance, no matter what, it's the only molecule that we have that can exist in 3 different planes at the same damn time and separate itself from itself. Right? In the beginning, what did it say that God did? He separated the waters. Water is the only molecule that can do that. Out of all of the ones on the on the chart, water is the only one. Out of earth, wind, fire, air, water is the only one that separates itself from solid to liquid to gas. So people ask you, what happened in the afterlife? That's what happens in the afterlife. You're going to be what you already are, water. Water is going to separate itself into a solid, a liquid, a gas. That's what happens. You go back to your gaseous state. But that's a whole nother lesson. But see, you got to have to get this foundation before I can take you to the afterlife or what happens to water in the afterlife. Because you can see it if you look around. But anyway, water. Water. You say, well, Brother Jamaar, if we all drinking bad water, what should we do? What are we going to do with that? See, I'm not one of those guys that's just going to give you a problem. Anybody can do that. We got a lot of that going on in the conscious community. We like to highlight the problems and we don't like to think about what are the solutions. This is how you're supposed to drink water. And I'm going to tell you how you're supposed to get your water. No matter what water you get, right? Doesn't matter. The water that you get, you can change its molecular structure by simply letting it sit, letting it settle to the temperature, to the environment, to room temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. Room temperature is how you're supposed to drink your water. You have to let your water sit. Okay? In India, when they get their water, they don't drink anything straight from the pipe. Nothing straight from the pipe. They take it and they put it in copper bowls. They take the water and they put it in a copper bowl and they let it sit. While it's sitting in the copper bowl, because copper is a great conductor of electromagnetivity, right? Copper is a great conductor of electricity, right? While it's in the bowl, they worship the water. They praise the water and they give it good vibrations. They raise the frequency in the room. Huh? You see, my glass a day of water that I get, it ain't gonna happen until I raise the frequency in the room, if you notice. You see, I don't start my show off drinking water. I start my videos off raising the vibration in the room so that the water is prepared. You see, before it's consumed by the body. And I only need 1 glass a day. I only need one glass. I'm rarely thirsty. Rarely. You know? See, what happens is when you drink too much water, the body gets confused. A lot of us drink too much water. We're drinking water all the time because that's what the American society tells you to do. That's what the Tom who tell you that you're supposed to do. You got to keep drinking water, keep drinking water, keep drinking water, or you're going to be dehydrated. No, you're not. If you drink the right water, you will not be dehydrated. They're trying to tell you that there's no difference between one water and the next, and that's simply not true. As this water is flowing through the mountains, as this water is flowing through through the earth, it's picking up information from the earth. It's picking up information from the universe. You understand? This water comes from the sky. It comes from the clouds. It's picking up information from the air. Huh? Remember, the water molecules first exist as oxygen and hydrogen. That water is coming from the tip top of the atmosphere, picking up information on its way down. It touches the earth. It touches the earth. It touches the stones, the mountains. It's picking up information in a vibration and a frequency, vibrating in the tone of B flat, by the way, coming down the mountains, down into the valley, where it receives its restful state. It is now complete. And then here comes mankind. We're going to now take that water, pressurize it, make it go through stressful environment, turns up, down. It didn't even go through that on its way down here through the damn universe. It didn't even do that. You understand? It was already pure. It was ready. It was ready. All you had to do was take it and put it in a copper bowl. You say, well, what is copper? What's so significant about copper? Copper is an antimicrobial. It's an antimicrobial. So it disinfects itself every couple of hours. You see? Oh, y'all didn't know that, huh? You take copper. Hospitals used to use copper doorknobs. They used to use copper doorknobs. You see? Back in the day, when you went to the old school hospitals, the door, everything was out of copper. The railings, everything was made of copper. You see? You see that? Copper and brass, they impede bacterial growth. While aluminum and stainless steel let the bacteria run wild. Huh? Within 15 minutes, the copper had already partially disinfected itself. Woo! Huh? Copper, brass vessels release a small amount of copper ions into stored water, thus killing fecal bacteria counts as high as 1 million bacteria per millimeter. Copper sulfate mixed with lime is used as a fungicide and anti-helminthic. Wow. Wow. Now you see why the people in India had those copper bowls laying around? Huh? Now you see why that ancient African culture is so rich there when they're dealing with holistic healing? Huh? Huh? Oh, you thought they was just being cheap, huh? Huh? You thought the copper chains and the copper jewelry, huh, was less valuable. That's what they taught you? You see? They gave you the okie doke. That's how they keep you sick. That's it. They're gonna keep you sick. You know I ain't gonna come on here and give y'all no damn silver and gold. Oh. Why do you think we using two-tone copper and brass? We already got these lessons on deck. You're welcome. I love you too. Welcome to the lighthouse. Welcome to the lighthouse. Let's talk about the benefits of ionized water. How it helps the body out. It moistens the tissues for your mouth, your eyes, and your nose. It protects your body organs and tissues. And it helps prevent constipation. That's key. Because many of us are constipated and don't even know it. Many of us can't lose weight because we're retaining fecal matter within our bodies because of the water that we drink. It does not expel the fecal matter. You understand? It helps to dissolve minerals and other nutrients to make them accessible to the body. It regulates body temperature, lubricates the joints. Big one there. Big one there. A lot of people having elbow pain, back pain, right? Hip pain. Waking up, your neck ain't right. Why? Why? That's why. It's the water you're drinking. Not the amount of water, the kind of water. Reduces the burden of kidneys and liver by flushing out waste products. And it carries nutrients and oxygen to the cells. Key. Key. You see that? These are things that's not being taught to us. They just say, yeah, drink a whole lot of water, drink a whole lot of water. You're confusing your body when you drink a whole lot of water. It was never meant to do that. You're drinking too much. Don't you know that drinking too much flushes out the sodium within your body and it causes the brain to swell? This is why you have headaches. This is why you have a headache every other day. Not because of the amount of water that you drink. They say, oh yeah, you got a headache, yeah, you should drink some water. No, it's because you're drinking it all the freaking time and you're not drinking the good water. You see? You want to stop your headaches? Get you a good glass of some alkaline water. Let it sit. Huh? Exalt your water. Exalt your water. Why do you think they pray over food? Huh? Why do you think they pray over food? That's the okie doke that religion gave you. When you sit down and you say, oh, God bless this food, man. All you're doing is invoking positive energy into what you're about to consume. That's all you're doing. See, they take it and they give you tricknology. They'll tell you that Jesus did it. They'll tell you that Jesus did it. But really you did it. You're connected to the universe. You're 72% water. Do you not have the ability to affect water? If you're 72% water, what happens when water is in contact with water? This is science, basic science. I just taught you. It forms clusters, right? So now, what if the clusters that you have within your body are vibrating on a positive level already? How do you think it's going to affect this little glass of water? Huh? If I'm 72% water and I'm vibrating higher than this water, what do you think it's going to do to this water when this water enters my system? What do you think I can do to this water before I even drink it? I'm invoking positive vibrations into my water. I don't know if y'all can see this, but even with me talking, you can see the bubbles forming in the water. You ever seen bubbles form? You ever seen bubbles form like that? You see my alkaline, my shungite stone? Water don't look like that. I bet you your water out the faucet don't look like that with those electrons and those clusters. You see the clusters? Look. Look at that. You can see the damn water molecules. Look at that. Pure water. It looked like I'm drinking soda. Huh? That's the difference. That's the difference. And you can see that visually with your own eyes. So what's happening is my body is becoming ionized. It's becoming ionized. The water is giving me energy. You can have a glass of water before you even have breakfast. You shouldn't even be having breakfast until like 12 in the afternoon. Really, when you wake up, your first thing that you should have within your body is a good, strong glass of settled, peaceful water. Settled, peaceful water that's been sitting at the room temperature for quite some time. Water that you have invoked powerful energy into before you ingest it. This is why when you see me, usually you'll see my glass and it's always sitting right here. It's always sitting right here. And it's always filled. It's chilling. You understand? I can get it right from the faucet, let it run over my shungite stone, and then let it sit. Let it sit. I'm still waiting for my copper bowl. That's the right way to drink water. So, yeah, it looked like Sprite, right? Okay, yeah, I'll put the link in for the shungite stones for those of you who want the shungite stone. The shungite stone is what will alkaline your water. So what I want you to understand is when you're dealing with these water molecules, these water molecules, it doesn't matter. You don't have to touch them in order to change their molecular state. What you're looking at right now is same water from three different science students. Okay, this is one molecule. Here's another molecule. Here's another molecule. All three students were given the same water, right? Same water. One had it in a syringe. Another one had it in a plastic bottle. And I think another one had it in a glass jar. And all three of these students went through different experiences during their day. When they came back and tested the water, this is what the same water looked like from three different experiences during the day. You see the difference? Water remembers everything that it goes through. It remembers everything that it goes through. I would almost incorporate water as being almost the all-seeing eye. It's the all-seeing eye. Look at it. Look at it. Water is the eye that sees everything. 72% of the earth is made of water. The air that you breathe is a less dense water. Everything. It's all around. It sees everything. That is the all-seeing eye. That is how we are all connected by water. You see that? You ever look at the iris of your eyeball? You ever look at your eye? You see that? We are all connected by water. This is why people in the same community that's drinking the water go through the same things because of how water affects them. It's universal. It gives a fingerprint. Okay? We have to learn the difference between water that is acidic and water that is alkaline. Because if we learn the difference between the water that is acidic and the water that is alkaline, we learn the difference between the body that is acidic and the body that is alkaline. Because the majority of the body is made up of the water. This is basic science. The reason why trees grow the way they grow is because of the water. It's because of the water. The water wants to be ionized. The water wants to be pure. You see, the tree just conforms to what the water tells it to do. You understand? The tree conforms to what the water tells it to do, just as we would if we would allow ourselves to be a vessel for pure water. It reaches towards the sun. It's obeying the flow of the water. The water understands that there's least resistance. It always flows towards least resistance. The tree, the leaf, is just a vessel. And it's going towards the area of least resistance. See? When it forms these clusters, when they are ionized clusters, they're smaller. They're smaller. So it allows whatever vessel that it's in to be larger. Man, I love this research. Water memory. Water memory. It's everything. It's probably one of the most important keys to life. Really. It affects how the brain, the neurons in the brain react, how quickly they react. It cleans out your system. It's everything. It's you. Like Bruce Lee said, be like water. They asked Bruce Lee, they say, yo, how do you do what you do? Your style is so impeccable. It's so fluent. You know, there's really no limit to what it can do in the style you've created. He said, be like water. He said, the water, you put it in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put the water in the teapot, it becomes the teapot. And then he smiled and said, be water, my friends. Be water. I advise you to do some research on your own as to water and what it really does. I advise you to do that research. Learn how to take care of your water and keep your waters pure. It's key. Yeah, I needed this lesson too, Doris. I needed this lesson too. I needed the confirmation, right? Because I don't think we really understood the life that water has. And to a certain extent, I think that the powers that are administrating our water know this. And they are, if not purposefully altering the state of our water, they are keeping the good stuff for themselves. So we have to realize that we have the power to invoke positivity, because when our water comes to us, it's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Our water has been through a traumatic experience by the time it gets to us. And we have to treat it with respect. We have to treat it with love. And ultimately, it will give that back to us, right? It's just like if you took a pet from the animal shelter that's gone through something, right? Before you allow it to be in your home, before you allow it to go where it wants to go and be free, at first you're going to have to show it a lot of love, a lot of care, right? You're going to have to show it a lot of attention. And that's what we need to do with anything that we put in our bodies. Anything that we put in our bodies. We have to show it love before we put it into our bodies. So, law number 36. Positive affirmation number 9 of the 42 laws of Ma'at. Keep the waters pure. Keep your waters pure. You are water. So, with that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to Latifah Foster. Latifah Foster has created our Lighthouse TV group on Facebook. So if you would like to be a part of the Lighthouse group where we share information with one another, some of you have done research on your own and you would like to share it with the family, that is the group for you. So search for it on Facebook, or you can send me a text or a message, and I will send you the link to be able to link up to the Lighthouse group on Facebook. We've all just been sharing, a lot of people, they already hopped on already and they just been banging away, and I appreciate y'all, for sharing with one another, because it helps to build a community. And you guys been showing me a lot of love. Like, I felt really good yesterday. Y'all really made my day with all the things y'all was saying on Facebook. You know what I mean? I was watching, I was in and out, running and busy, but I saw it and I was just like, wow, I really appreciate the support, man, that you guys been giving me over the course of this time while we're in Facebook jail. You know what I'm saying? When we get back, we're going to come back hard on Facebook as well, and stream simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube. So I appreciate everybody that's been participating in that. Yes, we do still have a few power bracelets left. If you're looking for the copper and brass power bracelets, as I say, we just went over the water. You definitely want to have some copper in your life, man. So we still have some of that, and we're moving those are there for $50. Anybody that donates $50 or more to the Lighthouse PayPal, that's Jamaar Milton at gmail.com is the Lighthouse PayPal. Anybody that donates that will get one of these beautiful copper and brass power bracelets in the 9 ether curl. Okay, everybody that's been posting their pictures of their bracelets, and post them in the group, y'all. Show the pictures of everybody that's been getting their bracelets. Shout out to everybody that sent me their pictures already, rocking their power bracelets. I really appreciate that, and it helps so we can get our new server, our new computers. We're trying to get a laptop as well, so that we can really make this mobile and move to the new studio where we're going to be giving more lessons and more powerful teachings. While you're on here, while you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, the little thumbs up. That helps us to be on top when we're doing our live feed. And make sure that you hit the subscribe button as well, with the little bell next to it. That allows you to get notifications when the videos are on for the Lighthouse. YouTube works a little bit differently, so you kind of got to hit every single one. So hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell so you can get the notifications on your phone or whatever it may be. With that being said, let's give some shout outs. While we're still streaming, because yesterday they cut me off. So hopefully we can rock out today. Shout outs. Shout out to Shamba Elijah, Janelle Valentine Hill. Shout out to Stephanie Cook. These are all the people that's been donating to the Lighthouse. Dax Jones, Clinton Jones, Myra Jordan, Melody Mitchell, Travis Smith, Angie Peggs Myers, Sharon Merrill, Craig Stevens, Obadiah Johnson, Trayvon Caliste, Nivon Caliste, Lanice Rodriguez, Tamika Walker, Supreme Naturals, Margot Williams, LaVie Bell, Vicky Coleman, I see you, Adrika Morgan, hi, it's Nikki, I see you, love, Bridgie Collins, Laura Bullock, Shayla Smith, David Perkins, I see you, brother. Carmen Hysaw, thank you. Aima Haley, everybody that's been donating. Colored Only, Joshua Coach, Latifah Shaw, Latrice Edie, Corey Feder, Melody Mitchell again, Zach Carter, Dwayne Montag, Robert Miles, Austin Archie, Tamika Brayboy, Alice Sejan, I always get this name. Here we go. Badabo, Natasha Fiddox, I love you. Coach Lowe, I see you. Thank you. Coach Lowe is the one that does our t-shirts, our Lighthouse TV t-shirts. If you want to get a Lighthouse TV t-shirt, we have them. They for everybody that donates $25 or more. Let's see what I do with the t-shirts. I gotta find them. I gotta find my t-shirts. Where my t-shirts at, baby? The t-shirts is dope. T-shirts is dope. Actually, I think I wore it yesterday. My t-shirt's in the wash. I might have, my t-shirts in the wash. But we do have the Lighthouse t-shirts. If you want to grab one, let me see if I can get one. Probably got one somewhere. You know how we do, family. You know how we do. There we go. Lighthouse tees. We have them in from a medium to a XL. It says duality on the front. Duality on the front. It's got the unk on there. Real nice. And on the back of the t-shirt, it says Lighthouse. It's got the unk on the back. And it says do-ah, 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 do-ah. Shout out to Coach Lowe. She's the one who put these t-shirts together. So for everybody that donates to the Lighthouse PayPal, $25 or more, you get a t-shirt. $50 or more for the bracelet. So I appreciate y'all, everybody that's been donating. Also, Kia Reed. Thank you, Kia Reed, for your donation. I see you. With that being said, man, shout out to also Latifah, who's doing Reiki readings to get your aura right. If you want to get your aura right, you want to do a Reiki reading. Shout out to Melody Mitchell. Melody Mitchell, who does the graphics design for the plates. She does these coasters, and they're awesome. You know, if you want to contact Melody Mitchell if you want to get one of these plates done. They're coasters. She's done several for me. She's done one with the Lighthouse logo on it. This is actually a wall that I can put this on. This is actually a photo I can put on the wall. And this one here, she gave me as well. You see that? With the Eye of Heru on it, which is awesome. And she also gave me some sacred geometry. So she's really, really good at these tiles. She's really awesome with it. Jamario Beard, thank you for sending me the Black Wall Street t-shirts. If you want to get Black Wall Street t-shirts, you want to hit up. If you haven't noticed, I'm all about black business. I love promoting black business because I love to see people do well. That's what we're about on this feed. So shout out to Jamario Beard for the Black Wall Street t-shirts. His t-shirts are real dope. If you want to get some of these done, he's actually an artist. Okay? So if you want to get that, hit up Jamario Beard. If you want to get the Shungite Stones, I'm going to put my brother Azazil's phone number in the feed. I got to put that down there so you guys can get that. He's the one that sends these Shungite stones. That's for your water. You put the stone in your water, let it sit, like I said, for a couple of hours, and you will have crystallized alkaline water such as this with a nice little tasty bubbles. Who else do I need to shout out? Mela Miracle for your lotion. If you need natural lotion, you want to hit up Mela Miracle for the natural lotion. They actually just sent me a really good body scrub the other day. Okay, a sugar scrub for Mela Miracle. Okay, smells really good. It's a sugar scrub. You know, you use that in the shower. Also, shout out to Lisa's Fragrance and such. She's the one that does my beard oil, keeps my beard looking nice and fresh. That's Lisa's Fragrance and such. But yo, I'm so spoiled. Like, I'm just like, this is like the best time of my life right now because I got so many talented people around me. It's not even funny, man. Like, everybody that I'm promoting you today, these are all people that are just on point with their stuff, with their business, and how they run things and the products that they've created. Like, it's awesome, and it's a blessing. I really, really appreciate everybody that's on the feed. If you own a black business, if you are a black business owner and you're looking to be promoted on the show and shared amongst the the family, just simply hit me on my Facebook, facebook.com/Jamaar Milton, or you can go to the Lighthouse. You know, if you want to share it on the Lighthouse feed, you can do that as well. But if you would like to be vocally promoted, you can, send me a sample of whatever you do. Just send me a sample, and we'll make sure that we get it to the people, and so people can see what it's about. That's what we do. So, with that being said, may the divine force in me greet the divine force in you. Dua. Ashe, family. Peace.